Okay. So we just finished up our first sale of the day. So as you could see, we have to break down on each item that we sold, right, in its specific categories because we also need to keep track of how many cups we use, how many of the pounds that we've used for each coffee, and by doing so, we also calculated the total amount that we must update our inventory for since we have perpetual inventory. So with that being said, now that we've completed our cost of goods sold, then we are completely done with our journal because that's all we had left. We made our deposit, we updated our inventory worksheet, we updated the ledger. So now we are finally done with the day. So usually what's going to happen is that you're going to notice this. Once we complete our sales are going to be at the end of the day. Okay? Unless otherwise stated so. But in this case, yes. So as I've noted, every single time we do collect our cash sales, you're always going to make a deposit. Okay? So here we are, the very next day. What happened here?
We received a coffee order.
We received our orders. Okay.
And we have terms.
Okay. So what steps do you need to do to fulfill this transaction?
I would start with the regular coffee and supreme coffee in the general journal,
Okay.
date being 6/18.
Yes, we received perpetual inventory. So therefore, if everything goes into inventory, then that's what we have. Regular and supreme coffee.
And then I would use accounts payable.
Okay, because are we paying now?
No.
No. We just merely received a bill. Good. So how much coffee for
170 for the regular coffee and 196.25 for the supreme coffee, which will give you a total of 366.25 in your right column.
good?
Since we didn't pay with a check or anything, we could go ahead and put a note here on, I would say, Atlas Coffee Importers with the invoice number and the terms. Am I the only one here?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. No, I just because I was looking to see if my internet went out or not because usually it'll give me issues when it's rain or windy. But okay.
Okay.
No, you're not the only one here.
Okay.
Yeah, and Melinda
Then
says that
we'll
her
do,
mic isn't working right now. So, but she says that she can hear us.
okay. Then I would go to the general ledger next.
Okay.
I would go under the assets to the regular coffee.
Okay, so here we are, regular coffee. Okay. Okay. How else? How would you fill this out? How many? How many pounds did we buy, and what was it amounted out for?
We buy 125 pounds at 136 each this time.
Okay,
Oh, let's see. I'm kind of going back and forth here.
that's fine.
So that would be 170. Go again. Let's try. Should bring our total there to 350.
Good.
And we'll go down to Supreme Coffee. And we purchased 125 pounds at 157. Oh, come on. Okay, hold on here. Refresh.
My computer is going super slow and acting up and freezing.
I see.
Mine just started acting up, and it hasn't acted up for 2 days.
Yeah, it honestly right now it is very
For
windy.
when?
I can probably say this is probably the worst time to have class because it's really bad out there. I just walked out the front door. It's not good. So if your internet does cut out for any reason, so it could be possibly Melinda, your internet's kind of wavy over there, that you're having trouble connecting um, to the class as well. So with that being said, I know Excel does not use the internet, but if your computer or laptop, because it's relying on Wi-Fi, it can potentially crash your computer because it needs the internet for it to do functions. So that is highly, yeah. If you have a if you have like a regular computer, like a desktop, you shouldn't have any issues because it's not you don't need the internet to do that. But laptops, yes,
Yeah, because they'll lag because anytime I save my work in Excel, it updates to the cloud, and I
yes,
think that's what's happening with mine. Is my signal's weak? I still have you in class, but at the same time, it's all lagging. So
yes, yes. So let me
So now that we
see.
did the ledger, would we put it for in the sub ledger?
Not the subledger, because in this case, well, first off, did you already completed the general ledger itself? You already entered in the regular and supreme coffee already and the accounts payable?
Oh no, we have to go to accounts payable.
Yes, so make sure you go. So, a great indicator, again, once again, make sure that when you enter in everything into your journal, you have to copy everything into your ledger exactly how you have it. So, if I have 3 accounts, I need to go through all 3 accounts. Whether you have to do that because that's how the steps of the accounting cycle works. That's how you make sure that your trial balance balances out. So in this case, we finished this one. So we're gonna go accounts payable, right? Okay.
I have a quick question.
Yes.
We didn't issue a PO for this invoice, correct? Or did I miss that out?
Good job, Felipe. What do we have to do? That was one of the things I was gonna say if you guys did forgot about the PO.
Because yeah, I'm like, I was sorry, my microphone was off, and I'm trying to talk, and I'm like blah, 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 to myself.
No worries.
But did we issue a PO for this?
Yes, we did. Yes, we did.
Okay, let me go back.
Well, we did.
Go back to the PO and
Yeah, the class hasn't done that yet. So I was gonna wait till you instead of jumping from one transaction to another because you will lose track of where you are. Let's just go ahead and enter everything into the ledger, and then we'll take that quick minute to go ahead and update our purchase order list. Okay, so I have
let's go
my
accounts payable 617. Invoice number 320. That's it. General Journal 5.
General Journal 6. And it was for the amount of
366.25.
which now we have a balance of 13,66265. So let's go ahead and take that quick second to go ahead and update our purchase orders. So here we finally received our 250 pounds of coffee for the 366.25 with invoice number 320. Okay. And I'm going to go back to the journal real quick. Okay. So now that we completed our journal and we completed our ledger, now we can go ahead and update our subsidy ledger because now we received a bill and we know what the terms are, so we have to go ahead and enter that information into our subsidy ledger. So we're going to locate at list coffee. Here we are. And the date, so excuse me if you could hear me sniffling. Yeah. Okay, so June 18 now.
All right. So notes. Oh, you already. Damn, you're pen.
I just copied the
Yeah,
sales
I
order.
didn't know if I was hearing anything or if it was freezing. I saw you typing it.
Yeah, I'm like, whoa, she's fast.
I thought we were waiting for someone else. I thought my stuff was freezing.
Yeah, go ahead. Let's just finish up this last transaction because if everyone's having trouble with their internet and with the cells, I'd rather just stop class instead of keep on going because if this is, if every person's having an issue, I rather let's finish this transaction up and then we'll just call it the rest of the day since today it's not going too good. So I don't want to go on with another without anybody when someone else is falling behind. So let's just finish this last transaction and we'll call it a day.
So the terms were 115 net 30. The discount date would be 15 days plus June 18th, July 3rd.
Good.
The due date would be 30 plus June 18th, July 18th
Good.
for the due date.
Mm-hmm.
No prepaid costs, no prepaid amount. The invoice amount is $366.25. And then the zero payment. So the amount due is
You're correct. You're gonna end up with 366.25, but our total's gonna be that 728.75.
Yes, because now we have two bills that are outstanding, right?
Yep.
We don't have to pay them until July, so we're good to go. Okay. Now, of course, you shouldn't rely on that, but right now we just don't have the money because we already are very, very low in the bank. And so, if in this case, I'm not going to take advantage of the discount unless I have enough sufficient funds. But once again, I have probably other bills out that are a little more important than paying off this one because this one I have until July. So, good. That's how you do the subsidiary ledger. So, now that I finished my subsidiary ledger, what do I also need to do? What did we buy?
We haven't
so do we
received
put
it.
it into the inventory worksheet?
We need to put it into
Or
our
is this just
inventory. That's correct.
I'm talking with my mic off, sorry.
No worries. Okay, so here we do need to place it into our inventory worksheet. So here we have it. We're gonna start off with regular coffee. So what happened here?
It'll be June 18th,
Uh-huh.
and then over to the middle area, 125 pounds at 136 per pound for a purchase price of 170.
170. Good.
No freight.
On what?
There was no freight, was there?
Not yet.
Not yet, so we would stop
Oh.
there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh, because it's just the bill right now.
Yes, yes. The next transaction is going to be the freight, which hopefully,
Freight.
if you guys are okay, we'll just do that part so we could finish up our inventory worksheet and then we'll call it a day.
Then we go to Supreme Coffee. So 125, 157 per pound. And that equals 196.25.
Good. And that's it for now. Yes. Okay. Since you guys seem to be okay, not super shaky, let's go ahead and just complete the last transaction and we'll just stop here. Because I want to fit it, make sure that we all are on the same page and that we don't leave in the middle of something. So let's just finish up the inventory worksheet and I'll go ahead and call the rest of the day. So we'll stop here. So let's enter in the next section here. So here, what did we receive? We received delivery. Oh, sorry. Let's go back to the here and then this. There you go.
So we'll go with, the date will be 6/18. And we're going to do, regular coffee and supreme coffee.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other account will be checking. Account numbers are 12020, 12040, and 10100.
Oops, sorry. 1220, 1240, 12, 10, 100. Oops. Yes, that's right. Okay. So in this case, what's my total amount that I have? How am I going to
Let's see.
split this cost?
Well, it's 6450, and we order 125 pounds of each, so I would split the 6450 in half.
Good.
32.25.
32.25 for this one. Yes.
Oh, then we're gonna do checking. Make sure we pay them.
Mm-hmm.
Again, the amount's gonna be 6450. And delivery. Um,
For Atlas Coffee and
Okay.
no,
Now,
Freightliner.
yes. Look at this one. It's a separate place, separate vendor, because Atlas Coffee, they contracted Freightline, which is a separate delivery service company, so a third party vendor, to deliver the coffee to us. In this case, this bill is from Freightline. So therefore, we're going to pay Freightline. Okay, for check number 1518. So what's going to be our note in our journal?
Uh, so am I going crazy when I go Freightliner and I get the invoice 516 checking, and then I'll put Atlas Coffee delivery.
That's fine.
That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
I also put COD for cash on delivery.
Good.
Oh yeah.
What did I put COD?
You guys all quiet. All right, now to our general ledger.
Good.
Okay. And then I'm gonna hit up regular coffee first.
Your regular coffee.
On the 18th, we'll say delivery of 125 pounds.
Okay.
Post reference DJ6.
Uh-huh.
And again, debit for 32.25.
32.25. Okay. Oop, 32.25.
Now, quick question.
Uh-huh.
Delivery or freight cost? What would be the proper terminology?
It doesn't matter because they mean the same thing.
Oh, come on, don't say that to me.
No, it really does mean the same thing. It really does. You know, freight would just be just more, I guess, business professional terms versus just delivery.
Okay, I like that better. Same for Supreme.
Same for Supreme. Okay.
Again, 18. Freight costs. GJ 6
Uh-huh.
and 32.25.
32.25.
That brings our total to 428.30.
Good. And these are the numbers that we need to make sure that our inventory worksheet matches.
And seeing we give them a check, we go up to checking.
Yes, good. Checking.
The 18th again. Check number 1518. General Journal 6. And we're going to credit 64.50.
Good.
And we're down to 611 and 36 cents. Okay.
So good. We're still in the positives.
Now we go to inventory.
Okay.
Everybody else with me? Come on. Everybody's quiet.
I'm here.
You're there.
Here, I like if you're doing the transaction, like I don't want to go into it, so I just let you finish it. But we're here.
Oh no! Jump on in. Come on.
All right.
So Felipe wants to go to the inventory worksheet. We can go there. Yes, we can.
And now we're gonna go to our regular coffee,
Yes.
and then our freight was
32.25.
Now we could go to total costs.
Yes. And what is total cost?
Freight
202.25.
Good. 202.25. So it's going to be your freight plus your 170 of your purchase price gives you 202.25. Now, question is, do you need to solve for your cost per item?
No.
No.
This was average, moving average, correct?
Correct.
All right. What do we do there?
Then we just
Alan?
go take it over,
You
add
need
it.
to date it, yeah.
Yeah. So Go ahead. Anybody?
So then we add the 125 to the 112.
Yes. So what's our total
that's
quantity
okay.
here?
237 and a half.
Good.
Ooh, can we go back? I think I missed
And then-
somewhere.
Go back where?
Can I see the formula again for the 235.25?
I just added what 212 plus the
Added the
125
112.
Oh, okay. All
plus
right.
the 125.
What we had on hand plus what we received.
Yes.
Got it.
Did you get the same answer?
And then do the total. So then we would add the two totals together.
Correct.
Should give you 382.25
382.25.
with a new cost per item of 1.60947.
Awesome. Okay. Where can you verify that this number for the 382.25 is true? Where can we find that?
In the subsidiary ledger. I mean, in the general ledger.
Good. Okay, in this case, let's just double check for accounting purposes. So let's take a look at my regular coffee. Here we are. Do we have 382.25? Yes, we do. Good. Okay. So there we go. We completed this side. So now we have to update our Supreme coffee. So
Quick question. Could we go back and see the formula again for that 282.25?
for the what? This one?
Sorry. Yeah, my totals.
Okay, so it's going to be your previous number, so whatever I blocked it off, but it's your what you had on hand, and you're gonna add 202.25 to it.
So it was the 112.5
Yes.
plus the 125.
That's the quantity.
Okay. Yeah, I hit freight expense and my number was like way off, and I was like, "What happened?" Yeah.
Okay.
My fault.
Okay.
Yes.
So in this case, when you do total, it's gonna be your previous total, because that's what you have on hand, plus the 200. Yeah, to get you 382.25. And of course, because we've automatically placed that formula in there, it should automatically calculate for us. So it's just simple equation here is it's taking your total cost and dividing it by your total quantity, which in this case is now gives you $1.609. So this is what I was talking about by using the equal round. So the next time that we take that number, we're going to transfer it to our cost of goods sold, and we're going to do our equal round formula so we get rounded to the nearest penny. Because in this case, when we journalize, we're journalizing what we calculated the cost of goods sold. So that has to be rounded up or whatever, round down. It will round for you automatically. Okay, so there we have it. So now we're on our Supreme coffee, and how much was the freight?
32.25.
Giving me a grand total of
28.50.
2. Oh, good.
Yeah. And cost per item of 1.82800.
Okay, so in this case, because we're using FIFO, this is our second batch that we're purchasing. So in this case, we have to calculate the cost per item, which is now going to be, if you actually extend this, so this is where you have to be very, very careful, because guess what? We have a half of a penny, or oh no, in this case, a little more than half a penny. You still have to be very careful for this one too, because you can have a possibility of rounding up for your what do you call it? Inventory on hand, and you could possibly round up for your cost of goods sold. So just a little note here, that will happen. So you definitely want to make sure you keep an eye on that. So in this case, now that I've made a second batch of purchases of inventory, what do I do here? I'm going to transfer it over. So here I have 125. Oops. Costing me a total of my $1.82.8. And this should be a formula. Okay. Now you could choose where you want to put it. In this case, I will be making anywhere from, I think, like 5 batches of inventory. So you could choose where. What I like to do is I like to actually make the little column right here so I can at least know what my total is. So in this case, I'm just going to add these two here just so that I have some kind of total balance here, because this number needs to reflect what's in your ledger. And your ledger is not going to tell you that you have 2 separate batches. It's only going to tell you a collective amount. So in this case, right here, by putting it on the side of my ledger, right, or my worksheet, I can do whatever I want. The blank space is your free space to do whatever you like. So here, I'm just adding up the totals here. So I have a total of $428.30. And guess what? That is exactly what I have in my ledger for Supreme Coffee. I have $428.30. So there we have it. We completed the ledger. Now there's one more thing that we have to do.
I'm still doing my image sheet.
Oh, okay.
So I end up with 183. Where am I messing up?
183. Rounded or
Okay.
not rounded?
It's not rounded. I just put I7 divided by E7.
Oh, okay. It's your cell. You have to extend the decimals.
Okay.
Yeah. Because in this case, it's only displaying me 2 decimal places. If all I did was extended it, and it showed me that it's actually 4 digits.
Okay. Thanks.
So that just lets us know that we do need to use the equal round formula when we calculate our cost of goods sold, because we have 1/8 of a penny in our equation.
Now we have 125.
Yes. Now we have the quantity. It's up to you if you want to calculate the total for that as well. But in this case, I just want to be able to view it. I don't have a reference point except for my ledger. You can make notes in your ledger to say, oh, I have this amount left, whatever you'd like. But in this case, my most important thing is that I want to make sure that I have my total cost matching my ledger.
Quick question.
My total cost for the 125 batch was the 228.50, right?
Yep. Go ahead, Felipe. What was your question?
No, I just figured it out.
Okay.
So, no. I didn't like completely on your on the 12. I was like, how come she only has 111 and she's got 120 underneath? I forgot that we subtracted 14.
14.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, so in this case, if you don't show your work in the middle section, right? Because here I'm eliminating that because there's so many transactions that we're going to be dealing with every single day. So in this case, I'd rather not clutter my inventory worksheet. Plus, we're taking a look at it every day. So it's not like, we're looking at it now, and then a week later, we're going to look at it again, and then a week later, we're going to look at it again. We're doing this worksheet every single day. So you're going to constantly have this worksheet out because we could go through 2 days in one sitting, depending on how fast we go through it. But In this case, we will be looking at our inventory worksheet constantly. Okay, so yeah, so here I don't want to clutter my workspace, but like I said, you can, if you'd like, you can show your work in the middle section if it makes more clear sense for you to compute in your inventory worksheet or on your inventory on hand. Okay. All right. We still got one more thing left to do.
Go to our subsidiary ledger.
That's correct. So we have to go to our subsidiary ledger because we received a bill from Freightline. Good. So we're going to go ahead and head to our subsidiary ledger and we're going to go find Freightline. Here they are.
Should be check 1518, was it?
Yes.
Yes.
So I have to actually type that all out and then I can modify it. Okay. What was my invoice number?
516.
516. General journal number 6. We're still on 6.
For COD.
COD. And this time it was for how much?
6450.
Okay. And we paid it off.
We owe them nothing.
And we owe them nothing. Good. All right. Is that it for all the transactions?
Yes.
Yes. Good. Yes, because we dealt with all 4 worksheets. We dealt with the journal, we dealt with the ledger, the subsidiary ledger, and we also updated our inventory worksheets. So good. We have perfect timing because it is close to 4:21 right now. So like I said, let's just go ahead and just stop here for today, just in case anything happens between now and till 5 o'clock. I don't want to have to run into those issues. So we're just stopped for here today. Okay. Hopefully next week it's not as bad. Okay. So yeah.